We're ready, yeah, but are we waiting for Marcus or something?
Right there.
Okay,
Suddenly, me too, like this.
all right.
Hello.
I know why.
Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
If you will get your snack and take your seats, we'd be delighted to get started. I'm Marcia Boonshaft, co-chair of the Adult Education Committee for the Rabbi Mark G. Loeb Center. It's a pleasure to welcome our audience here in the Offutt Auditorium, as well as those of you watching on Facebook Live. It's been such a joy to bring you these First Wednesdays at Bethel. The concerts are sponsored by the First Wednesdays and Cultural Fund. We appreciate all of your support, all the support our community has shown in assisting us to bring wonderful talent to our programs. Please consider a donation of any amount at any time. Our blue donation boxes are there for you to contribute any amount before you leave tonight. We've planned 8 new concerts starting September 6, 2023 through May 1st, 2024 that will satisfy everyone's love for music and entertainment. I am so happy to introduce you to tonight's First Wednesday concert performers. Not a stranger to our stage or adult education classroom, Todd Harrison Twining is a musician extraordinaire. He is a member of the music faculty at the Bryn Mawr School. He has performed many roles on stage in musical theater and opera, and is a baritone vocalist who won the National Association of Teachers of Singing competition at James Madison University. Todd is an educator, talented performer, performance coach, arranger, accompanist, I couldn't say the word, sorry, and composer. He's great to accompany you. He has brought his friends Katie and Mo with him tonight, and I know he will tell us all about them. So without further ado, let's welcome Todd Harrison Twining and friends.
Thank you. Thank you, it's good to be here. Tonight won't be just any night. Tonight there will be no morning star.
Tonight, I'll see my friends tonight, and for us, stars will stop where they are.
Today the minutes seem like hours, the hours go so slowly, and still the sky is light. Oh, moon, grow bright, and make this endless day, endless night. Tonight, we'll make some friends tonight. Tonight there will be no end of song.
Tonight, tonight. I'll sing for my friends tonight, and for us, stars will stop where they are.
Today the minutes seem like hours, the hours roll so slowly, and still the sky is light. Oh, moon, grow bright, and make this endless day endless night tonight. Thank you so much. I want to introduce you to my dear friends, Katie and Mo. Mo is an incredible person that I have just had the privilege to meet in the last year. He's a retired Air Force colonel and used to fly big planes. Thank you so much for your service to our nation. And really big planes, like C-somethings, right? Yep. What was that thing called? A C-532? Yeah, that one. I'm such a musician, I don't even know the numbers, but...
It's a C scale.
There you go. And very excited for you to meet. Katie and Mo have a podcast called The Mo and Katie Show, and they are a laugh a minute. So it is our hope tonight that you will not only sing along with us, but that you will laugh and find inspiration. COVID just seemed to suck the life out of everything, right? And we are here tonight to say music is back, we're back, and laughter is back. There's a place for us, somewhere a place for us, peace and quiet and open air, wait for us somewhere.
There's a time for us, someday a time for us, time together with time to spare, time to learn, time to care.
Someday, somewhere, we'll find a new way of living. We'll find a way of forgiving somewhere. There's a place for us, a time and place for us. Hold my hand and we're halfway there. Hold my hand and I'll take you there. Somehow, someday, somewhere.
Beautiful, beautiful. So what we're going to do now is we are going to leave the gritty streets of the Upper West Side and journey to the small shtetl of Anatevka. These two worlds may seem different, but they share a common thread, the power of music to tell stories and bring people together. Fiddler on the Roof ran for a record-setting total of 3,242 performances. The original Broadway production opened in September 22nd of 1964 at the Imperial Theater, and about 500 amateur productions of Fiddler are done per year in the US alone. So without further ado, let's travel to Anatevka and discover some timeless melodies from Fiddler on the Roof.
If I were a rich man, diddle-deedle-diddle-diddle-diddle-dum. All day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, sing it with me, I wouldn't have to work hard. Diddle-deedle-diddle-digga-digga-diddle-diddle-dum. If I were a bitty bitty rich, digga-digga-deedle-diddle man, I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen right in the middle of the town. A fine tin roof with real wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up, and one even longer coming down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. I'd fill my yard with chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. And each loud quack and cluck and gobble and honk will land like a trumpet on the ear, as if to say, here lives a wealthy man. I'd see my wife, my Golda, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Oi, what a happy mood she's in. Screaming at the servants day and night. The most important man in town will come to call on me. They will ask me to advise them, like Solomon the wise. If you please, Rebetevia, pardon me, Rebetevia, posing problems that would cross a rabbi's eyes. And it won't make one bit of difference if I answer right or wrong. When you're rich, they think you really know. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I lack to sit in the synagogue and pray, and maybe have a seat by the eastern wall. And I'd discuss the holy books with the learned men 7 hours every day. This would be the sweetest thing of all. If I were a rich man, diddle-diddle-diddle-digga-digga-diddle-diddle-dum, all day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Diddle-diddle-diddle-digga-digga-diddle-diddle-dum. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you deserve who I would be in. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man? Is this the little girl I carry? Is this the little boy at play?
I don't remember growing older. When did they?
When did she get to be a beauty? When did he grow to be so tall?
Wasn't it yesterday when they were small?
Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly flow the days. Seedlings turn overnight to sunflowers, blossoming even as we gaze. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years. One season following another, laden with happiness and tears. Now is the little boy a bridegroom? Now is the little girl a bride?
Under the canopy I see them side by side.
Place the gold ring around her finger. Share the sweet wine and break the glass.
Soon the full circle will have come to pass.
Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly flow the days. Seedlings turn overnight to sunflowers, blossoming even as we gaze. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years. One season following another, laden with happiness and tears.
I love seeing all of you singing along. It's fantastic. So from the heartwarming story of Tevye and his family, let's travel back in time to a period when musical theater was about to take a new turn. Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein II were a theater writing team who created a series of innovative and influential American musicals.
A bell's not a bell till you ring it. A song's not a song till you sing it. And love in your heart wasn't put there to stay. Love isn't love till you give it away.
Their popular Broadway productions in the 1940s and 1950s initiated the golden age of musical theater, a time when some of the most unforgettable musicals were created. They set the stage for a new era of musicals that would captivate audiences for generations to come. 5 of their Broadway shows, Oklahoma, Carousel, South Pacific, The King and I, and The Sound of Music, were outstanding successes, as was the television broadcast of Cinderella.
Beyond the voice that keeps insisting no, there is something more than doubting, breaking through the darkness, something that sets your world aglow. Someone wants you, you know who. Now you're living, there's music in you. Now you're hearing something new. Someone playing the music in you. Now you're living, you know I. Now there's nothing you won't try. Move a mountain, light the sky. Now you can go wherever you want to go. Now you can do whatever you want to do. Now you can be whatever you want to be. And love is the song you'll sing your whole life through. Move a mountain, light the sky, make a wish come true. There is music in you.
And then there was Oklahoma.
Why do they think up stories that link my name with yours? Why do the neighbors gossip all day behind their doors? I know a way to prove what they say is quite untrue. Here is the gist, a practical list of don'ts for you. Don't throw bouquets at me. Don't please my folks too much. Don't laugh at my jokes too much. People will say we're in love. Don't sigh and gaze at me. Your sighs are so like mine. Your eyes mustn't glow like mine. People will say we're in love. Don't start collecting things. Give me my rose and my glove. Sweetheart, they're suspecting things. People will say we're in love.
Some people claim that you are to blame as much as I. Why do you take the trouble to bake my favorite pie? Grant in your wish, I carved our initials on the tree. Just keep a slice of all the advice you give so free. Don't praise my charm too much. Don't look so vain with me. Don't stand in the rain with me. People will say we're in love. Don't take my arm too much. Don't keep your hand in mine. Your hand feels so grand in mine. People will say we're in love. Don't dance all night with me till the stars fade from above. They'll see it's all right with me. People will say we're in love.
That is fantastic. Fantastic. Love it. From the sweeping melodies of Rodgers and Hammerstein, we now turn to a musical that tells the inspiring story of a young woman who defies tradition and follows her dreams. Yentl is a 1983 American romantic musical drama film directed, co-written, co-produced by, and starring Barbra Streisand. The show celebrates the power of knowledge and the strength of the human spirit. The film received the Academy Award for Best Original Song Score and the Golden Globe Award for Best Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy, and Best Director for Streisand, making her the first woman to have won Best Director at the Golden Globes. Its captivating score and poignant lyrics have earned it a special place in the hearts of audiences around the world. So we will continue our musical journey and join Yentl on her quest for self-discovery and fulfillment, and a reminder for us all to reach out of our comfort zones and set our sights high and wide.
It all began the day I found that from my window I could only see a piece of sky. I stepped outside and looked around. I never dreamed it was so wide or even half as high. The time had come, Papa, can you hear me? To try my wings. Papa, are you near me? And even though I knew at any moment I could fall, I felt the most. Papa, can you see me? Amazing things. Can you understand me? The things you can't imagine if you've never flown at all. Though it's safer to stay on the ground. Sometimes where danger lies, there the sweetest of pleasures are found. No matter where I go, there'll be memories that tug at my sleeve. But there will also be more to question, yet more to believe. Oh, tell me where is the someone who will turn to look at me and want to share my every sweet imagined possibility. The more I live, the more I learn. The more I learn, the more I realize, the less I know. Each step I take, Papa, I've a voice now. Each page I turn, Papa, I've a choice now. Each mile I travel only means the more I have to go. What's wrong with wanting more? If you can float and soar with all there is, why settle for just a piece of sky? Papa, I can hear you. Papa, I can see you. Papa, I can feel you. Papa, watch me fly.
Now, I know we all want more of Katie's beautiful voice, and now we know that there is nothing wrong with wanting more. We are going to shift gears now to a modern musical that celebrates the spirit of showmanship and the power of imagination. The Greatest Showman was inspired by P.T. Barnum, the visionary who defied expectations and brought joy to audiences around the world. Like Yentl, P.T. Barnum defied societal norms, faced opposition and criticism, and had a strong sense of self. The movie his life inspired grossed $435 million worldwide, making it the 5th highest grossing live-action musical film of all time. The score was composed by Benj Pasek and Justin Paul, and this musical captures the essence of what it means to dream big and chase after your passions.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our mind. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you'll see. To the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me away. Million dreams. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Something about music just cheers us up. and we need it. Gray skies are gonna clear up, put on a happy face. Brush off the clouds and cheer up, put on a happy face. Take off the gloomy mask of tragedy, it's not your style. You'll look so good that you'll be glad you decided to smile. Now just turn to the person next to you and give them one, a smile. I know we've got it in here tonight. Pick out a pleasant outlook, stick out that noble chin, wipe off that full of doubt look, slap on a happy grin, and spread the sunshine all over the place. Just put on a happy face.
All right, keep your happy faces on as we bid bye-bye to Birdie and enter a more reflective world of music. This next song has touched the hearts of millions around the world as it speaks to the human spirit and the importance of faith and hope. This song won the Golden Globe Award for Best Original Song from the 1998 film Quest for Camelot. Chuck Taylor, film Billboard, called this next piece a breathtaking, ultra-lush song which will send a half a dozen chills up your spine.
I pray you'll be our eyes and watch us where we go, and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer when we lose our way. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, to a place where we'll be safe.
La luce che tu dai
Pray we'll find your light,
nel cuore resterà
hold it in our heart.
a ricordarci che
Stars go out each night.
la eterna stella sei. La mia preghiera.
Let this be your prayer, which shadows fill our day.
Lead us to a place.
Guide us with your grace.
Give us faith so we'll be saved. Sogniamo in mondo senza più violenza, un mondo di giustizia e di speranza. Ognuno gialla, la sua vicino, simbolo di pace, di fraternità. La forza che ci dà. We ask that life be kind. Desiderio che ognuno trovi amore. We hope each soul will find intorno e dentro esse. Another soul to love. Let this be our prayer. Let this be our prayer. Like every child. Like every child. Need to find a place. Guide us with your grace.
Give us faith so we'll be safe. And our faith I carry. Sento che ci
Wow. Was that Spanish?
Italian.
Italian, my bad. It's muy good. I'm jealous of anyone bilingual. Now, I have a hard enough time communicating effectively in one language, but as I think back on my childhood, I realize that effective communication, or lack thereof, might have been something I inherited from my dad. Allow me to explain. My dad was a vocal supporter of all my exploits, but there was a time when his cheers weren't so supportive. Today, Dad, Mom, my older brother Earl, and I are taking advantage of idyllic spring weather on the grounds of a local park. In addition to devouring a homemade picnic lunch, today's agenda includes teaching me to fly a kite. At the advanced age of 5, this is my first time flying a kite, which is a sure sign of having led an obviously deprived childhood. With bellies full of Mom's cooking and baking, Kite Pilot Ground School begins. Brother Earl stands downstream while my small hands cradle the spool, waiting for commands from Instructor Dad. Dad has delusions of being featured in a Norman Rockwell graphic, depicting the little missus on the picnic blanket, adoringly watching her husband's prowess as a father, flying the kite with their young son and daughter. Norman gets some reprieve from his painting as cherry blossoms flutter by, serving as Dad's windsock, telling him we are now a go for sending his parenting artistry aloft. Unsure of when the next breeze might be, Dad skips the pre-flight briefing usually involved in ground school, and we fly straight ahead to the takeoff. The line between my spool of string and the kite in Earl's hands is now taut as Earl waits for the launch sequence to begin. I know now, applying lessons from college aerodynamics classes and actual pilot ground school, that kite flight is controlled by lift, gravity, and drag. The lift of the wind overcomes the pull of gravity and the drag of air resistance. The small amount of tension on the line allows the kite to rise. Now, what was once a light breeze has now evolved into a gust. What was once a small amount of tension has evolved into a significant amount of straight line force, enough to torque the arms of a 5-year-old girl. Dad's excitement is also evolved as the impending kite launch brings definition to the Norman Rockwell drawing. He sees the resistance in the kite line between me and Earl. And from the kite launch control center of his mind, he starts barking out commands. Had I not skipped ground school, I might have understood the action required of the commands. Had I flown a kite before, I might have understood the intent of the commands. Had I been older than 5, I might have been a more independent thinking student. But as a 5-year-old, first-time kite flyer who never went to ground school, I take Dad's commands literally. I say commands, but there is really only one command, and the command is, let it go. It just seems like multiple commands because my dad says it repeatedly. The command is for Earl and for me, and Earl obediently lets it, the kite, go. Had I not skipped ground school, I might have understood let it go means to release line from the spool. Had I flown a kite before, I might have understood let it go means releasing enough line to allow the kite to gain lift from the wind. Had I been older than 5, I might have understood let it go does not mean letting go of the entire spool of string. But like Earl, I obediently let it, the entire spool of string, go. And go it does. The string once stretched between me and Earl, tethering the kite to the ground, is merely an additional tail, doing little to assist the real tail in keeping the kite's nose up and balanced. The tether-turned tail grows longer, and the spool of extra tether grows smaller as the gust-turned sustained high winds pulls more string from the spool. The spool of string continues to fuel the wind's demands, hijacking the kite's flight. Unaware that this isn't kite flying, I stare skyward as the colorful diamond shape disappears into the heavens. It seems a bit anticlimactic, but what do I know? I'm 5. Life back on Earth quickly becomes hell for 5-year-old me for sacrificing a kite with direct disobedience of my dad. Hell for a 5-year-old me is having my dad yell at me, "What are you doing? Why did you let it go? What are you thinking?" I would have answered, "Flying a kite, because you said to, and I'm thinking this isn't how you fly a kite." However, my response was obstructed by the word, "Ah!" and accompanied by tears, lots of tears. Dad doesn't understand where the breakdown in communication is because he knows what let it go means, and I don't understand the yelling because I am old enough to know what let it go means. We don't have time to bicker over intention and interpretation because we have a kite to catch. Brother Earl is on it, so Dad continues to loudly explain what let it go means to him. I say explain, but there's really only one explanation Dad uses, and that is let it go. It's like looking up the word in a dictionary only to find the word you're looking up using the definition of the word you're looking up. So for now, I just let it, my tears, go. My tears modify Rockwell's drawings to that of a mother laughing at the sight of her well-meaning, poorly executing husband yelling at their tearful youngest while an older son sprints across the lake, after a dwindling spool of string. Actually, the image worthy of Norman Rockwell's utensils is the resolution of the kite-losing dad yelling exhibition, a depiction of a father and a daughter in a loving and apologetic embrace with the little missus on a picnic blanket, adoringly watching her husband's prowess as a father as the tiny speck of a kite disappears over the head of their son. Sometimes, in the heat of the kite, we get tethered to the intention of our words without realizing there might be another possible interpretation. While the miscommunication is identified, it's best to just let it go and start over, because that's just the way the kite flies.
Oh, that was beautiful. Wow, what a story.
I had a rough childhood.
I mean, I think you thought that you had it bad.
I did, but Moses had it way worse.
Oh, yes, he did.
I put the Mo in Moses, apparently, right? Now, Moses dealt with obstacles and the harsh conditions of the desert, and he inspired others through his actions, unlike me. In 1998, DreamWorks Animation produced The Prince of Egypt, an animated musical drama film. The musical is an adaptation of the book of Exodus and follows the life of Moses from being a prince in Egypt to a prophet of the Lord, chosen by Adonai to carry out his ultimate destiny of leading the Hebrews out of Egypt.
A single thread in a tapestry, though its colors brightly shine, can never see its purpose in the pattern of the grand design. And the stone that sits on the very top of the mountain's mighty face, does it think it's more important than the stones that form the base? So how can you see what your life is worth or where your value lies? You can never see through the eyes of a man. You must look at your life through heaven's eyes. La 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 A lake of gold in the desert sand is less than a cool, fresh spring. And to one lost sheep, a shepherd boy is greater than the richest king. If a man lose everything he owns, has he truly lost his worth? Is it the beginning of a new and brighter birth? So how do you measure the worth of a man? In wealth or strength or size? In how much he gained or how much he gave? The answer will come. The answer will come to him who tries to look at his life through heaven's eyes. And that's why we share all we have with you, though there's little to be found. When all you've got is nothing, there's a lot to go around. No life can escape being blown about by the winds of change and chance, like your kite. And though you never know all the steps, you must learn to join the dance. You must learn to join the dance. Lie, 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 lie. So how do you judge what someone is worth, or what they build or buy? You can never see with the eyes of earth. Look through heaven's eyes. Look at your life. Look at your life. Look at your life through heaven's eyes.
Now, the success of The Prince of Egypt led to the direct-to-video prequel and spin-off Joseph, King of Dreams in 2000. In retrospective years since its release, it is now considered by many to be one of the greatest animated films of all time.
I thought I did what's right. I thought I had the answers. I thought I chose the surest road, but that road brought me here. So I put up a fight and told you how to help me. Now just when I had given up, the truth is coming clear. You know better than I. You know the way. I've let go the need to know why, for you know better than I. If this had been a test, I cannot see the reason, but maybe knowing I don't know is part of getting through. I'll try to do what's best, and faith has made it easy to see the best thing I can do is put my trust in you, for you know better than I. You know the way. I've let go the need to know why, for you know better than I. I saw one cloud and thought it was the sky. I saw a bird and I thought that I could follow. But it was you who taught that bird to fly. If I let you reach me, will you teach me? For you know better than I. You know the way. I've let go the
You know, one musical that captures the essence of memories and nostalgia is You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, a 1967 musical revised in 1999 based on the Peanuts character created by cartoonist Charles M. Schulz. If you unshell the Peanuts, you'll find fingerprints of Charles Schulz's faith. More than 560 of his comic strips included some sort of religious reference. Compare that to only 61 where Lucy pulls away the football. In the musical, we see Charlie Brown and his friends reflect on their childhood memories, and we're reminded of the power of nostalgia and the importance of cherishing our memories.
I'm not very handsome or clever or lucid. I've always been stupid at spelling and numbers. I've never been much playing football or baseball or stickball or checkers or marbles or ping pong. I'm usually awful at parties and dances. I stand like a stick, or I cough, or I laugh, or I don't bring a present, or I spill the ice cream, or I get so depressed that I stand and I scream. Oh, how could that possibly be? One small person as thoroughly, totally, utterly blah as me.
Well, that's okay for a starter.
A starter?
Certainly, you think that mentioning these few superficial failings is going to do you any good. Why, Charlie Brown, you really have to delve. You're stupid, self-centered, and moody.
I'm moody.
You're terribly dull to be with.
Yes, I am. But nobody likes me, not Frida, or Shermie, or Linus, or Schroeder,
Or Lucy.
or Lucy,
Or Snoopy.
or... Now, wait a minute, Snoopy likes me.
He only pretends to like you because you feed him. That doesn't count.
Oh. Or Snoopy, oh, why was I born just to be one small person as thoroughly, totally, utterly...
Wait, you're not very much of a person,
That's certain.
and yet there is reason for hope.
There is hope?
For although you are no good at music like Schroeder, or happy like Snoopy, or lovely like me, you have the distinction to be no one else but the singular, remarkable, unique Charlie Brown.
I'm me.
Yes, it's amazingly true. For whatever it's worth, Charlie Brown, you're you.
Oh, thank you, Lucy. I feel much better now. You're truly a friend.
That'll be 5 cents, please.
Good grief.
You know, another character in Charlie Brown was Sally, who is Charlie Brown's little sister. And Sally often developed some very interesting life philosophies. One of them being, oh yeah, that's what you think. Oh yeah, that's what you think. Oh yeah, that's what you think.
What?
That's my new philosophy. Oh yeah, that's what you think.
Well, why are you telling me?
What?
Why are you telling me?
Why are you telling me? I like it. That's a good philosophy. Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me my new philosophy? The teacher gave a D on last week's homework. She said, Miss Sally Brown, your grades are going down. I could have told her
Your new philosophy?
my new philosophy. Miss B, I'm she. Look, see. A D? A D. Well, why are you telling me? And that's my new philosophy.
That's your new philosophy.
Why? My new philosophy.
Well, that's great, Sally, but I've got to go practice Chopin's Nocturne in B flat minor.
No. Oh, I like it. No. No. No.
No, that's your new philosophy?
Yes. I mean, no. Just like a busy bee, each new philosophy can fly from tree to tree and keep me moving when life's a dizzy maze on all alternating days. I choose a different phrase.
New philosophy.
My new philosophy.
Sally, some philosophies are simple. Man does not live by bread alone. Some philosophies are clear.
Leave your message at the sound of the tone.
Some philosophies pick and choose, deciding what goes in it. Some take a lifetime.
Mine take a minute.
Anything that takes only a minute cannot be very lasting. For instance, Beethoven took over 2 years to complete his brilliant Ninth Symphony.
No.
I can't stand it.
I can't stand it. I like it. It's like a guarantee. My new philosophy. And things are sure to be a whole lot brighter. Oh yeah, that's what you think. Why are you telling me? No, I can't stand it. Now life is free and easy. Much more philosophies are with my brand new. You know, someone has said we should try to live every day as if it were our last day of your life.
Wait, today's the last day? I only have 24 hours? I'm out of here. Ah!
Clearly, some philosophies aren't for all people. And that's my new philosophy.
Well, we have really enjoyed being with you and singing tonight. We have a closing song that you may remember. It is a beautiful song. Mo, tell us about it. Somewhere out there.
Because no matter how far apart we may be from the people we care about or the dreams we hope to achieve, there's always a chance that we can find our way back to them.
Somewhere out there, beneath the pale moonlight, someone's thinking of me and loving me tonight.
Somewhere out there, someone saying a prayer that we'll find one another in that big somewhere out there. Even though I know how very far apart we are, it helps to think we might be wishing on the same bright star.
And when the night wind starts to sing a lonesome lullaby, it helps to think we're sleeping underneath the same big sky. Somewhere out there, if love can see us through, then we'll be together somewhere out there,
Out where dreams come true. And even though I know how very far apart we are, it helps to think we might be wishing on the same bright star.
And when the night wind starts to sing a lonesome lullaby,
It helps to
to
think we're sleeping underneath the same big sky. Somewhere out there,
if love can see us through, then we'll be together somewhere out there,
out where
dreams come true.
Thank you.
Thank Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Thank you to Beth El for hosting these first Wednesdays of music, entertainment, and learning. I am Mo Barrett, along with Katie Stevens, and now all of you. We are the Friends in Todd Harrison Twining and Friends.
This little high. I'm Eileen Marenbloom, a member of the Adult Education Committee. On behalf of our committee, as well as the audience this evening, a huge thank you to Todd, Katie, and Mo for entertaining us with a wonderful program. What a great way to end the first Wednesdays at Beth El Concerts for this year. On Sunday, May 7th at 7 p.m., the Rabbi Mark G. Loeb Center for Lifelong Learning will present the next in this My Story series. This series introduces members of our Beth El family who have made and continue to make a difference in our community. Dr. Edward Mishner, immediate past president of Beth El Congregation, will facilitate an interesting and enlightening conversation with Len Stoller and his son Barry. This event can be enjoyed by all on Zoom. Thank you again to Todd, Katie, and Mo for a fabulous performance, and to you, our audience, for joining us tonight. We look forward to having you join us again when we resume First Wednesdays at Beth El Concerts in September. Have a wonderful evening.
Okay, number one. Thank you so much. Is he still in right now? Or when did he get here? Last year. Okay. You probably overlapped because I was in the Pentagon was my last assignment. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming tonight. Yep, yep. Oh, how cool! Oh, awesome. Yeah? It's hard to get a pilot.
No, I got it drunk.
Okay, so you succeeded. Okay.
I said, damn.